Thank you.
Oh, I see.
Let's see how Total Eclipse handles prefixes and suffixes. Your Steno dictionary probably includes common prefixes to hook onto a following word, and suffixes to hook onto a previous word. Eclipse does a great job of adjusting spellings as it adds prefixes and suffixes, but please remember, it will only adjust the spellings if braces surround both the delete space symbol and the prefix or suffix text. Eclipse will not automatically adjust spellings if only the delete space symbol is within braces. Eclipse comes with a prefixes and suffixes kit with a dictionary that includes several hundred entries. All you have to do is decide whether you want to use the steno that is given as an example, or press the Enter key to get inside and change the steno to something that you know you would write. The documentation shows how these prefixes and suffixes, added to common root words, could help translate uncommon words beautifully. Much more could be said about prefixes and suffixes, but this is the subject of a separate in-depth ePower video tutorial which shows you step-by-step how to take advantage of the prefixes and suffixes kit.
Any questions?
No.
Good.
The first letter of a word is a magic spot where Eclipse anticipates your needs, like the need to throw in a dash. So when you need a fast dash, just press the hyphen keys. And on the less frequent occasions, when you do need a hyphen, just press the shift and hyphen keys together. I need dashes where you see the blue arrows. So I'll place my cursor on the beginning of this word and press the hyphen, and then move over, hyphen, move over, hyphen. And each time, it only took one key to insert those dashes.
Do y'all see why it does the dashes? You're going to use dashes a lot more than you're going to use a hyphen. So that's why the software automatically does dashes. You're going to use dashes a lot. And I think it's Control D. I'll have to, I'm pretty sure.
That's dictionary,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Control D?
I think Control D is dictionary.
I don't think so. I think Control D.
Oh wait, that's to put in the dictionary. Like if you want to write, it brings up the
Maybe, I think maybe it's Shift D. Let me see.
Shift D is in hyperkey, right?
Oh no.
It's Alt D,
It's all D.
I think.
Yes. So Alt D will put dashes at the end of the sentence. Alt D. I'm sorry, it's not Control D. Control D is the dictionary entry. So to put a new dictionary entry in. So Alt D. So you can be anywhere in this sentence. Now it has to be, now you see there's a couple of sentences, okay? So if you put it up here, you see where it put it?
Oh yeah,
It put it at the end of the sentence, the first sentence. There was two sentences in there, okay? So you'll see, you know what, I need it at the end of this answer. And you're like, well, I'm gonna do Alt D. Look what it does. There's two sentences in there. Look what it does. Alt D puts it at the first period, okay? So be careful with that. Okay, it's going to put it at the end of the sentence. So now you're at the first word of that sentence and you do Alt D, now it will put it at the end of the sentence.
So don't go to the top of the paragraph, go to the first word of the sentence you want it to end.
You can, well, if it's one sentence, if it's 4 lines but it's one sentence, then you can. You can go anywhere in that thing. But if there's 3 sentences on these 4 lines, then you have to go to the beginning or anywhere in that last sentence if you want it at the end. Make sense?
So if I hit, I was just messing around, I hit Shift Control B, I don't know why, but it did it at the
It's a
beginning.
butt-in.
It's a butt-in, so that's at the beginning.
So it does it at the end and the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Shift B is a butt-in.
Shift Control B.
B, butt-in. B. B is in boy.
When you're in hyperkeys?
When you're in hyperkeys, Shift B in hyperkeys is butt-in,
As in scuttlebutt.
as in scuttlebutt.
So then if you weren't in hyperkeys, it'd be Shift Control B.
I don't know, is it?
Yeah,
I've never used it outside of
hyperkeys.
hyperkeys.
I want to insert hyphens where you see the purple arrows. So I've placed my cursor on the beginning of this word and I'll press Shift hyphen. See how the cursor moved over? Shift hyphen, Shift hyphen. Let me replay that for you so that you can see how quickly Eclipse can hyphenate a phrase for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are just 2 ways in which the automatic punctuation features can make your editing more efficient.
Or you can highlight it,
And
mark
then
it,
mark
and then
it.
just push hyphen, and it puts it in there anyway. So there's several ways of doing it.
With Eclipse, 2 basic steps will give you excellent number translation. Fine-tune your dictionary and fine-tune your number settings. Pure number bar strokes aren't even necessary in your dictionary. Other numbers building blocks will be defined as words, not digits. 100, 1,000, million describe orders of magnitude. Write the word dollars when you hear it, not before, and it, like other money words, will trigger number conversion with the appropriate currency symbol. If a number doesn't translate right, it's probably because of an old dictionary entry. Remove such entries and your building blocks will work properly. A separate presentation deals with finding and moving entries in and out of your dictionary. Occasionally, you'll want to convert numbers after translation. Mark the number first, then click on the toolbar icon, or use the menu or the speed key, Control and the pound key together. Here you see your number as it starts out, and as it would look depending on which format you choose. However, your numbers settings will control, and so the gear icon takes you quickly to adjust those settings. Within these short presentations, it's not possible to show all that Eclipse automatic number conversion can do. So a separate in-depth ePower video tutorial is available on automatic number conversion.
Have y'all messed with your numbers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Good.
And I promptly
I'm
messed
telling
up.
you, if something doesn't come up, it's probably wrong in your dictionary, okay? So cleaning up your dictionary with numbers is really important, all right?
Let's see how to produce ASCII files. Once your document is open, there are several ways to begin ASCII.
Yeah, we're not
Right.
gonna do that
We
again.
saw that twice.
So what's the definition of staying late?
Hmm?
How late are we staying?
Are you ready to go?
Wait, they've got conclusion and facts, right?
Mhm.
Did we already watch those?
No, these are the mores.
The 2 above it?
Yeah, we did the conclusion. We
Okay,
did the facts.
awesome,
We
okay.
just did the facts. So we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do the add and remove lines. Pay attention.
Let's see how to add lines into paragraphs. Speed key F8 is good for both new and experienced users. It opens a menu that you can use to insert or modify a paragraph. The menu lists every paragraph that is a part of your user settings. If you just press F8 and then enter, that inserts a fixed paragraph. But if you know exactly what kind of paragraph you want to insert, you can use speed keys, which have been set up for the most common paragraphs.
So just like I told you, the most common one is a fixed, and that's a Shift F5. So F3 for the question, F4 for the answer, F2 is your speaker box, okay? Control P for a new paragraph. Parenthetical, Shift F4. Centered, really good, Alt C, okay? But what you can do is you can also click over here, which will open a box, and centered is in there too. Okay, so if you forget and you need to change the paragraph, all you need to do is click in here and it'll open that box and ask you what you wanted to do.
How do you create one of those? Can you create one of those?
Create one what?
To the left of the page where it says C-centered, you know, those little things.
How do you create it?
Yeah, you can create one.
Right there. Alt C is going to make a centered line, and that's what it's telling you right there. It's centered. Shift F5 is a fixed. So that's a fixed line right there. So that's how you create it. So you can come into format, come down here, and that tells you the different. That's how you create it.
For example, Shift F5. That's the speed key that inserts a fixed paragraph, or what you might think of as a blank line. F3 is the speed key to insert a question paragraph, and F4 to insert an answer paragraph. Here I need a question. Here I need an answer. F2 is for speaker paragraphs. This should be a speaker paragraph. F2. The speaker table opens. I'll press 2 for Ms. House. We've been inserting paragraphs, but here's how to change one. You could move your cursor from the typing keys to the mouse and then click on the paragraph button at the left edge of the screen and select the paragraph you need.
You know what, guys? I think we're going to stop right there. I think we're going to do this on Wednesday. Bring your machines on Wednesday. We're going to start up on Wednesday. Bring your machines. So I'm going to start telling you how to do all of this stuff. You can, be writing. I'm going to show you how to create question paragraph, answer paragraph, parenthetical, a centered line, whatever, okay? So any questions about any of this stuff that we covered today? We still covered a lot of stuff today, guys, but it's fixing to get
Will it be more simple when you start with a machine?
hopefully.
Try sometimes.
Like what?
Well, I tried on the lessons player, not on my like the teacher and the test to edit, I guess.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. I get
John,
frustrated.
turn the lights on, please.
I get frustrated, so I go back to the notepad.
Okay. No. Yeah, it's going to get easier because now we're going to start messing with it. So now you're going to really know how to start messing with some of this stuff. So now we're going to go through it all again, and you're going to go through everything. So hopefully it will. But you should have been messing with it before. But, you don't want to mess with it. Guys, pay attention real quick. I wouldn't be messing with this stuff. I mean, I wouldn't on a test when you're just doing it, okay? The whole point, of us, doing the class and maybe leaving a little bit early or whatever was for you to go home and use this stuff or stay here and use this stuff on the your turns. We've done some of the your turns and how to do it and whatnot, but when you go in on a test and you mess something up, now you don't know how to fix it. And I can probably tell you, most of the people here, most of the other teachers aren't going to know how to fix it either. So that's why I'm telling you, mess with it as much as you can in the tutorial when you're practicing. So when you go in your test, you already kind of know how to, mess with it a little bit. Okay? But it's going to get better.
No, I mean, after the, I don't mess with it during the test, but afterwards.
But I mean, you should. I mean, you should be able to start using the software towards moving around, doing functions. I'm telling you, it's going to get a lot easier. It is going to get a lot easier once you start using it. But if you don't use it and you just sit here, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Alt-C is a centered line. Yeah. Till you get to that test and you're like, what's that? Centered, and now you're going through stuff. And now you're just using more of your time to look stuff up. Okay? The more you use it, the more you're going to absorb it, and it's going to become second nature. And you'll remember it. Any questions? Any other stuff? Okay, no class tomorrow, but those of you that come on Thursdays is going to be your jury charge. It's going to be in here, okay? And bring your machines on Wednesday. I'll remind you on Tuesday for those of you that come. For those of you that just come for the Eclipse class, bring your machines on Wednesday, okay?
Now?
Yeah.